What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Startup X. This is lecture 4, P.U.F.I. It stands for Products, Users, Feedback, Iterate, because they all go together. You don't just build a product, you build an engine in lecture 4. But let's recap lecture 1, 2, and 3 really quick and make sure we kind of understand where we're at. Lecture 1, we talked a little bit about passion. And timing, but really you need, because the game is so different, the game is so different that if you don't have passion, it's going to throw you off. At least passion will keep you in the game. 2, we talked about the idea, talked about gathering data, having a mission, evoking emotion. And 3, we talked about the problem. What is the problem? Who's it affecting? Why do you care? The who, what, where, when, why. If you have checked off all 3 of these things, then it's time to launch ASAP. There's no point waiting. It's time to launch right away. But ASAP also stands for as small as possible. So when you're building the product, you really should be building it for the smallest number of people you can, and the product should be as simple as possible. That's called an MVP. An MVP should be that it's a minimum viable product, which is exactly what that is. It's the minimum functional product that you can put out there. It should be simple. You're just testing a hypothesis. You got to just launch fast to a small number of people and get some feedback, but it should be simple, manual. No need building a crazy algorithm or a backend engine or anything like that. That you just need to spend a ton of money and time on it. You just have to have very simple, minimalistic product. Then you need users. Your first users are going to be you, your friends and family, co-workers, colleagues. Handpick your users, just pick them by hand. Small number of very, very good users, good ones, people that the product that you're building can actually add value to. And get as close to them as possible. Become best friends with them. You gotta Inception style, get into their minds and anticipate their needs, but you can just simply ask them, does my product suck? Or is it good? Would you pay for it? Would you recommend it? Would you recommend it to your friends? Ask questions. Don't survey them unless you have to, but text message style, become friends with them, get them coffee. You gotta turn these people into champions. Champions are awesome because they'll do all your marketing for you. You turn a user into a champion by giving them a memorable experience. And that's what this entire engine is about. You have to keep iterating. To your users' needs. Listen to demand and build supply. This is your ticket to success in startup. Recruit your users by hand, no Google ads. You got to find out if your product is decent, and you'll know that if it has organic growth. If you grow by word of mouth, then it's actually worth throwing money into it. Become best friends with them. Talk to them constantly and consistently. Find out what they think. Tell the developers. Make the iterations, give it back in their hands. Find out what they think. Make the iterations, give it back in their hands. Find out what they think. This is called trying to find product market fit. You just got to keep grinding and making changes until you can slot the product into a market that it actually fits into. That's why the users that you're sampling this thing out with should be good ones. And you got to keep repeating this cycle until the product that you make is so good, the users love it so much that they share it with their friends. And that's the ultimate. That's when you know you've turned them into a champion. And that's it for Lecture 4. See you next week for Lecture 5, Growth. Thank you.